Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel, and in today's video I'd like to give my comments about 5 reasons why I think the Mahathir call for Melayu Payung or Payung Melayu may actually succeed. Now, recently we know that Mahathir once again is playing the race game, and this time he is calling for what he calls a Payung Melayu, meaning an umbrella, which will consist of all kinds of Malays from all walks of life, from all NGOs, from all political parties, to actually come under the umbrella in order to protect the interests of Malays, in which he says that Malays are losing power and that it is the best way for Malays to ensure that they get what they deserve. So many analysts are saying that Mahathir is still playing to this old game of working with Perikatan Nasional, the likes of Parti Islam Malaysia and also Bersatu, and that this kind of game is not going to work anymore because it's been played so many times. But I feel that this is different because the situation of the country has changed quite a lot, and this may be something that may turn things around. Now, the other thing that people will be saying is that Perikatan Nasional and Bersatu with PAS are frightened that the PH and BN combination will wipe out most of their marginal seats because of the combined votes. And this is something that they are very, very frightened of. And the only way they can secure that if they can have massive support from the Malays. From the recent by-election, it has shown that their support base, which are the Malays, have not moved very much. So, what are my 5 reasons for saying that this time the call by Mahathir could actually succeed? Now, first of all, I'm very attracted to the approach or methodology of Tun Mahathir Mohamad in politics. He is very consistent, and he always has a very clear message and a very forceful message. For instance, he can summarize one MDB by saying, orang ini mencuri. This is a thief. Okay, and it will make our country bankrupt. That's a very simple and very, very clear message. Not some message like we must have Madani. What is Madani? How does that work? Nobody knows. But to Mahathir, it's very simple. And here, Mahathir is known for being very consistent. Some have said that if you call a cow dung a piece of cake so many times for a very long time, some people will eat it. And that is the consistency that Mahathir hopes for. He will keep on and on and on and on and on. He never gets tired of it. Then he is also very clear. He makes the political message very clear. And he is also very forceful. So this is the Mahathir approach, which I think appeals to a lot of people. Secondly, the Payung Melayu offers the idea that if Malays unite, then they will be in power, that they will assure of power. And with power comes exclusivity, meaning that they can make policies that are exclusive to Malays. Malays will get this, Malays will get that, Malays will have this, Malays will have that. And with that power also comes the idea of awarding contracts to Malays. Whether they fail or not, you just keep awarding them. And it has been heard in an Oxford interview when people say, if this person keeps failing, what are you going to do? He says, no, keep giving until they succeed. And with Perikatan Nasional, they will add on Islamic conservatism as well as the idea of tradition, which is the protection of the king. Now, Mahathir is not known to be an Islamist, so he doesn't really talk about Islam that much, as far as I know. And he is also not fond of the kings or the royals, but he will use them, both Islam and the royals, if it helps his cause. That is the excellence of the Mahathir politics. Now, thirdly, what does the Pakatan Harapan and BN offer with GPS and GRS? Maybe they offer multiculturalism, they offer Madani Islam, then they offer handouts, subsidies, investment opportunities, and moderate politics. Now, we must ask ourselves whether Malays agree or not to multiculturalism. For me, whether my friends or relatives or colleagues, they are Malays from a lower education background to the highest education background, they don't really believe in multiculturalism. They believe in the exclusiveness of Malays. And then, although many are very, very Islamic, very, very religious, they don't know what Madani Islam is. They don't even care. For them, it is enough what is being practiced by the Ustad and the Mufti. Madani Islam is something that may make them astray. Although Madani Islam is about living in a civilized manner, meaning accepting a lot of things, meaning being able to exist and coexist with other cultures, other way of life, and in a global coexistence. But most Malays, they are taught a very conservative Islam to keep under the tempurung in order to be safe. So they don't really care about Madani Islam. I have heard many people start their speech with Salam Madani, but I don't think they know anything about it. And failure to explain Madani Islam is the greatest failure of Anwar Ibrahim, as far as I'm concerned. He has appointed the wrong people to do this jump start of the country through this Madani Islam. His colleagues in Abim and Ikram is not helping to also explain such things. And then with handouts and subsidies and the promise of investment, quite a few Malays may be enticed by this. That is without a doubt. Also, the idea of moderate politics, something that is needed in order for us to work together, whether we are from one race or another race, for us to move forward. But as I said, on all these things, most Malays do not really care very much. Or they care about subsidies, and they care about investment. But theirs is a very simplistic understanding, and that it would be easier for them to subscribe to the idea of exclusivity with the idea of Malay power. Now, number 4, in the approach of Mahathir to call for all Malays under one umbrella, those Malays who refuse to come, maybe from UMNO, maybe from Amanah, maybe from PKR, maybe from even the DAP itself, all of them will be considered traitors. They are traitors to the Malay cause. The Malay cause is the most important cause. The Malaysian cause is the Malay cause. Unless and until the Malay are safely in power and united, then no one can challenge them. And so whoever does not come under this umbrella, they are the traitors to Bangsa Melayu. Very simple tactic and very simple message. Now the 5th one is the most important. If Mahathir succeed, even 75% to call for all Malays, then the non-Malays who now are not happy with the PHBN way of doing things may not come out to vote. And so if they do not come out to vote, then the voting power will be with the Malays, definitely. Because many of these Malaysians love to listen to people who have no experience in politics, who have no experience governing a country, who has no experience in dealing with a multi-based party, dealing with different people in terms of being in government. They all talk like they know what they are saying, and in fact they do. All they do is they complain and put up a YouTube and then say this is wrong, that is wrong, we should do this and we should do that. I am very sure if they are being given the position that they think they are worthy, they will never be able to do it. Most of them will never become a leader that will make a difference. So why are Malaysians actually listening to these people? So the important fact is that most Malaysians are too lazy to think. They just want to listen to people who vent with anger and with very little context at any issue, so that it builds up their own idea of that they are also right. I have said that you need to be learning a lot of other things, need to understand a lot of the context of history, need to understand the context of working relation in order for us to progress. But my message has always come to a block in a lot of people, because they not like nothing better than just to complain and to vent. They don't really feel they need to learn. Learn what? Learn about Islam and the different approach of Madani Islam. They don't want to learn about it. So with that, I believe that the call by Dr. Mahathir has a venom, which is quite potent, and that it could turn into votes for Perikatan Nasional in the election. And if they have a sizable number of Malays on their side, even though PHNBN may be taking a lot of other seats through the mixed seats, but then still the country will not be safe. But if the non-Malays do not trust the PHNBN, then they will stay away and they will give this country to Mahathir again with the Perikatan Nasional. And that's why I think this time the call for the umbrella of Payung Melayu is very potent and could lead to significant change. Thank you. Hi everybody. If you would like to own my book and have my signature as well as a personal note from me, please follow the instruction. Thank you.